welcome to my channel. Today I'm really excited to be bringing you my very first houseplant tour of my living room for you today. If you're new to my channel, my name is Ellen. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button, give me a big thumbs up if you like my video, and leave any comments or questions down below. Right then, so we're going to start over here by my TV today. So just coming in closer up to my hexagon shelves up here. So the first plant that I have for you today is this beautiful string of hearts, if you can see it there. So the variegation on this is gorgeous. It's literally like my absolute favourite plant. I wanted one for so long. And it's starting to get a little bit leggy at the bottom here, and I think that's because it's getting blocked by some of the plants here from the light. So my window's just here, and I think that that's sort of blocking some of the light there. So my plan is to actually just trim this up a little bit and propagate it, and then put it back into the top so that it just makes it a bit more full. So moving on, I've got my little bunny rabbit hiding behind here. So moving on, now this one it really isn't doing very well. It's called the Calcioi, I think. I don't really know how to pronounce that one. Basically, for some reason, all the plants up on the shelf I seem to neglect apart from my string of hearts. I don't really know why. And unfortunately, this one hasn't been watered in a little while. So I am going to water that one. It's got quite like succulent feely leaves to it, and this one just feels so like bendy and stuff, which really isn't good. And obviously that one's starting to go a little bit crispy, which is not great at all. So yeah, I definitely need to do something about that. Then moving on up here, you have I call this a jade plant, but I think it's a Peperomia rotundifolia. And this is absolutely gorgeous. It's actually grown quite a lot since I first got it, and I love the way that it's starting to fall down here. I really like the hanging drooping sort of plants on this hexagon shelf here. I think it looks really beautiful. So yeah, that's quite cool. Same reason why I like my string of hearts up here as well. So that one's looking really nice. Now this is another type of jade plant here. I'm not really sure. It's definitely a succulent, part of the succulent family, I believe. And I know that a lot of people call it the jade plant, but I'm not 100% sure on the actual sort of scientific name for this one. And then moving on, we just have a little cactus up here as well. And now coming down here, see my reflection in the screen there, which is fantastic. So this is a philodendron. I think it's just a heart-shaped philodendron of the vining sort of variety. If you do know the scientific name again for this one, please do let me know. I know most of them, but for some reason, some of these I've just never really found that out. And there are so many different sort of heart-shaped philodendron varieties that it's just really hard to figure out which one it actually is. So yeah, please do let me know with this one. Then coming across, I've got another philodendron here. So this is my Philodendron Brazil. Absolutely beautiful. This is literally one of my favourite plants. I love the variegation on it. I love the way that every single leaf is completely different. Like, just look at that. That is just absolutely stunning. Trying not to get too much glare from the camera. It's just absolutely beautiful. And yeah, every leaf is just so different. So that is, yeah, absolutely beautiful. Now this one has just been watered, so that is looking really nice and healthy. The great thing about these philodendrons is they do start to sort of curl up the leaves a little bit, which is the same as what I sort of find with the pothos, but the pothos is even more so, which I will show you in a minute because I do actually have one that needs watering. But yeah, they're just so easy to look after because they just tell you when they need watering. So then I come on round here, just step back a little bit for you. So this is my fiddle leaf fig. Now, this one does need watering, and it also needs a bit of a dust. Yeah, my leaves here are a little bit dusty, and they could do with a bit of a shine up. But I can tell that it needs watering because when this has been watered, all of these leaves they'll literally stand up like this. And the more that they droop, the more water they need. So that is starting to droop quite a bit now, so that does need watering. It can be quite hard to tell because the pot is quite big. Obviously, the more soil there is, the more water it holds, so it can be quite hard to figure out when that does need watering. And I'm actually quite looking forward to the summer period coming in so that I can repot these. I know the fiddle leaf figs can be a little bit temperamental, so I don't really want to repot it until then. But yeah, I have had sort of a bit of a situation recently where they've started to fall over a little bit. And they do have canes in here, but unfortunately, I think that they are just a little bit weak. I do have another one upstairs as well. So yeah, I'm just going to sort of see what I can do to try and strengthen those up. So if you do have any ideas, I do sort of give it a bit of a shake every now and again, which is apparently meant to help the roots sort of really grasp and hold. So yeah, hopefully that will really sort of help me with that one there. Right, so moving on round, we now have my beautiful Monstera Deliciosa, which is one of my favourite plants. Once again, it does need a little bit of a dust, but it's not actually too bad. This one here looks a little bit dusty. And I've just had a brand new leaf here come out. As you can see, it's a lot greener than the other leaves, so they do come out quite green. Seems to just have a little tear there, which I don't think was meant to be there, so I don't quite know how that's happened. But yeah, so that's quite exciting. Yeah, this is just absolutely beautiful. The leaves are really holding nicely. Once again, it does need a bit of water soon, and obviously I will be dusting this. So I haven't, I've had quite a lot going on the last week or so, and I haven't been able to look after my plants as much as I normally do. So that is definitely something that I'm going to be picking up. I've done a lot yesterday, and I plan to do a bit more today, things like dusting my plants and stuff. So then coming down here, we have my, what I believe, Philodendron Birkin. Now, this is the one that I spoke about in my last video. If you haven't seen that, not my last video, sorry, 2 videos ago. If you haven't seen my latest plant haul video, then please do check it out. I talk about this and the fact that this leaf is so unusual and variegated, and I wasn't quite sure whether maybe this was a variegated Philodendron Birkin. I'm not really sure. But I do also have a new leaf coming out here. So we're quite excited to see what that one looks like. It looks like it's going to be quite white actually. It's got quite a lot of white in the sort of leaf area there. So yeah, that's quite exciting. And then we come up here to this beautiful plant, which I don't actually know how to pronounce very well at all, so I do apologise. I want to say it's a Stenathi Berlimarxi. I think I pronounce it. I will put a list of all my plants below, or if there's any that you want to know or want a few care tips about or anything like that, then please do let me know in the comments down below. And maybe I can do a care tips video on it or something for you. So yeah, please do let me know. This one I've had for ages now. It started off as probably about that big there, just a tiny little plant. And now, as you can see, it's just growing so big. And it's doing really well. It's got beautiful purple underneath. Got a tiny bit of damage up there, but that is from ages ago. I actually had it too close to the radiator, unfortunately, and that kind of caused that. So yeah, but other than that, this is just such a beautiful plant and it's doing really well for me. So that's quite exciting. So I'm now just going to move on to my wooden shelves over here, which is another highlight for me of my living room. I really enjoy displaying plants and coming up with new ways to do so. I may do sort of a series of videos on something like that, so that could be quite exciting. But just coming up the top here, I guess we'll start with my Monstera Adansonii up here. You will see another one shortly, but this is my first one that I had. It has slowed down growth a little bit recently, I'm guessing due to the weather and the sort of winter period. But yeah, that's doing quite well. I did move it into the window for a couple of weeks just to give it a bit more light, because I did start to get a little bit of yellowing on some of the leaves. But other than that, it's doing really well here. And yes, that's quite exciting. Then coming down here, I've got this English ivy here, which once again needs a bit of a dust. So I definitely need to get my dusting on the go. It's not really ideal. But yes, that's my English ivy there. Then come down to my, I believe is a Hoya linearis, if I can actually get my words out, which is this one here. Yeah, absolutely beautiful plant, really love it. Really excited about that one there. I've then got this lovely happy leaf pothos, or Epipremnum happy leaf, whatever you want to call it. It's absolutely beautiful. The leaves on this, once again, are stunning. Any sort of variegated plant or any unusual leaves, I really do enjoy. So yeah, that's absolutely gorgeous. Then down to my umbrella plant here. This was actually one that my grandma gave me, and it was quite small when she gave it to me, and I have had a few leaves grow out of it. I've just got a little fly sticker thing there because I have been having a little bit of a problem with fungus gnats, but I think I'm sort of getting on top of it now. This little yellow dot has been there forever. It's not something that's happened recently, so it must have been in a bit of a dark spot at some point. Then coming up here to the Arisa palm, I think it might be called. Yeah, absolutely beautiful again. I need to repot this really. As you can see down here, some of the roots are becoming exposed at the top where the soil's sort of disappearing. So I am going to try and fill this in around the top here. I just need to go and get some soil, which that's the Aracena palm there. And then the last one on this shelf here is this fiddly fig. Now this is my little fiddly fig, which I actually bought a little while ago. I've got a little bit of black starting on here, and I don't know why. I've got that tiny bit that appeared about 3 months ago, and that's it. Nothing else has happened. I water it regularly. It's just actually had a water. The roots are quite bound in here. You know, maybe it's possible that it just needs a little bit of a repot. I'm not really sure, so let me know your thoughts on that one. Would be brilliant. So then that brings me over to my beautiful Ikea shelf here, which I have recently just sort of changed and moved around a little bit, which is quite exciting. So I'll just come in close here and go through some of the plants on here with you. This one here, oh, it's so beautiful. Now I've recently missed a water on this one, unfortunately, and it's not looking overly happy at the top there. I don't know if you can see that. But I have caught up with that, so I'm hoping that it's going to forgive me and it will be okay, because I absolutely love this. Now this is my Hoya carnosa compacta, which is absolutely gorgeous. It comes right down here. It's got beautiful length on it. It is extremely slow grower. I think I've maybe got 2 new leaves out of it since I've got it. So we will see how that sort of goes and how I get along with that. Then moving along here, we have my golden pothos. Now, I do have 2 of these, and this is probably my longest, biggest one. I've just sort of wrapped it around here because I think that looks quite cute. And it just comes down to here. So yeah, that's quite cool. I've wanted a long hanging plant that I can really wrap around things that can make a big impression for quite a while. So I'm quite excited that that one's growing quite well. Coming down here, I've got my elephant's foot or my ponytail palm, whatever one you want to call it. There's lots of different names for this one. This is absolutely gorgeous. As you can see, you've got the light green leaves in the middle, which are sort of the newer leaves. Some of the older leaves have got a slight little bit of browning on the ends, but that just kind of stuff that happens with these, unfortunately. This one here, I think this is a Draciana fragrans, but I'm not 100% sure. So please do let me know your thoughts. It's come unlabeled. It was just one that I bought. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure with that one. Come along here. Now this one here's another one that I don't really know exactly what it's called. I know it's Peperomia, and I believe that it's probably a Peperomia Milano. But once again, if you think different, please do let me know. It's absolutely beautiful. I don't think it's quite silver enough to be a, there's one like a Peperomia something night, which looks quite similar as well, but I definitely think it looks more like the Milano. Please do let me know. And then I've got a curly spider plant. This is actually letting out a new baby just there, which is really cool. So yeah, that's exciting. And then bringing you right down here, I then have my Stramanthe Magic Star, which as you can see has really got this beautiful markings on it here. I'm hoping that those markings are going to go a bit pinker like they normally do, but I'm not 100% sure. It might just be a sort of light situation. It does look like something's sort of got on this, so I do need to just give that a bit of a clean. But yeah, so that's the Stramanthe there. Not sure what succulent this one is, but this is a beautiful succulent that got given to me as a gift in this lovely glass jar, and I just think that's such a lovely gift idea. Coming along to the other side, now this is a really new purchase for me. I believe it's a staghorn fern. I actually bought this from Lidl the other day, and it's really exciting. And you tend to find these on quite a lot of sort of wall mounts and things like that. So I'm hoping to do that one day, see if I can mount it onto a piece of wood or something on the wall. So yeah, that's really exciting. See how we get along with that. Then just on this bottom shelf here, or should I say the middle shelf, because the bottom shelf is sort of taken up with my blanket basket and a little area for the rabbits to lay. So that's not really an accessible space for me to have plants. I don't know if you've noticed, but around my whole room here, I can't actually put any plants on the floor or in distance of the rabbits because they can get quite poorly from eating any of these. So this here is a Peperomia Optipan variegated, I think. It's definitely a variegated Peperomia, but yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's got a slight bit of browning here again. I actually think that might be because it's been in a little bit of a dark position again, because some of the new growth up the top here is coming out quite small as well. So we'll see how that gets on. I am actually quite excited to be doing a grow light video for you next week, so I will maybe put that one under the grow light and see if it sort of helps it grow a little bit. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and make sure that you check out that video when it comes out, because it's going to be really good fun. And then just another little plant over here, I've just got a little aloe vera. So last section of my living room now, I just come over to my window here. So I try not to keep too many plants in the window here because I do like the light to get through. But for some reason, recently I've really filled it up with hanging plants. But I am hoping to find some new areas to put these sort of hanging plants in. So we will see. So just coming over here, as you can see, the leaves on this are curling up. So that does tell me that it needs watering. I have already felt the soil and it definitely does need a good water. So that is kind of something I will do after this today. And this is the Scindapsus pictus argyris, I think. It's the satin pothos. I know that there are quite a few different varieties that look really similar. But from what I've looked into and the sort of shine, can you see that sort of shine and satininess to the leaves there? It definitely is a satin pothos. So yeah, unfortunately it's getting once again a little bit leggy towards the bottom here. I think once again that's just due to light and it being the winter period, but it has always lived in this window, so I don't know. I'm probably going to cut it back when it gets a bit sunnier again and do some cuttings from that. And then just come up into the window here. So this is my string of turtles. Cut really close for you. This is a really new purchase for me. Once again, I've done a video on it recently, which is really exciting. I love it. Turtle is one of my favourite animals, so that's definitely a good one for me. It's Peperomia prostrata is the official name for it, but yeah, string of turtles is sort of its nickname. Then got a tiny little string of pearls here. I do have another string of pearls. This was one that sort of fell off actually, off the other one, so that's kind of a new little growth, and there was hardly anything in here, so the fact that it's grown that long already is really exciting. So yeah, that's my string of pearls. Coming down here is my Monstera Aninsoni, my second one. Now I did say to you that obviously the other one was my mother plant, and this is just sort of a newer one. Let me just see if I can get in a bit closer here. Sorry about knocking the camera. So yeah, this is looking quite good. Unfortunately, I have had some yellowing and browning on the leaves on some of them, and I think that actually it's because it sits just above the radiator here. So I do think I'm going to have to move this one. Some of my plants don't mind it at all, but unfortunately I think this one is one that really doesn't like being by the radiator. So I might have to just move that one maybe into my window upstairs or something, and yeah, see how I get along with that. So then I just come across here, if I can get it in frame, up here, to my Peperomia quadrangularis. Now the leaves on here are beautiful. I'll just do a quick close-up for you of the veins and the dark and light sort of mixture there. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Once again, absolutely rapid grower, starting to grow really fast. As you can see, this is coming right down here. I have also got a video on this one as well, if you'd like to go back and check out what it used to look like. But yeah, that's growing quite well. Now this one was growing well for a little while and then it has stopped, although turning it round, that looks like a really good bit of growth there. Maybe it just needs a bit of a rotation, which I probably will do. And that is my Hoya Carnosa Princess. Really beautiful variegation on this one again. But yeah, so there are some sort of pink variegation towards the ends of some of the leaves, but they are mainly white. And that's sort of why it's on there. But I don't understand, I don't know why, but this leaf here just looks like a completely different plant. And once again, that one there as well. And I don't really understand why, because it's all coming from the same pot. And actually, it's along the same vine as these ones here. So if you know why, then please do let me know. It might just be a different way of it growing. But that looks more like a sort of different type. I don't know, maybe just like a standard Hoya Carnosa or something. Not really sure, but please do let me know. So then coming down to my windowsill, I've got this beautiful Crinkle 8. This is a Hoya Crinkle 8, sorry. So yeah, this is doing really well in the window. Once again, it needs a little bit of a dust, so I will get on that one today. Then coming down, you've got this little Pilea. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. There, which is absolutely gorgeous. It's actually growing 2 new little babies, if you can see. One little baby there. And another, I don't know if I can show you properly, another one around the back there as well. So that's quite exciting. And we'll sort of take those out at some point and put them in a different pot to grow them. And then I've just got a cactus here. I believe this is a Euphorbia cactus. Yeah, it's a really cool one actually. It's got this little baby cactuses sort of growing around it as well. So it's really cool. I like that one a lot. And they're all sort of my terracotta pot section, which I think is really pretty. I do try and make sure there's 3 different types of elevation when I put plants together. Yes, that's quite cute there. Then coming along, I've just got a big aloe vera plant there. A very small poinsettia from Christmas, sort of white one there. And then coming across here, I've just got my parlour palm over in the corner here, which isn't actually doing too well. If you know why, please do let me know. It's only just recently been moved into the window. I was wondering if maybe it might need a little bit more light. So do let me know if you know what that is. It is also due water, so I will do that as well. Then coming down, we've got another cactus here. This is sort of outgrowing this pot now. As you can see, that is so full of, yeah, it's just absolutely rammed. So I do need to sort of put that in a bigger pot or maybe separate it up a bit. I'm not really sure what to do. And then down here, we've got this beautiful Syngonium Neon Robusta, which is lovely. Once again, that's quite a recent purchase, so I'm quite excited to watch that one grow. And last but not least, I have this beautiful basket over to the side here. And this has just got my Calathea lancifolia, which is basically a Calathea rattlesnake. There, it's huge and I absolutely love it. It's such a statement piece. At night time, this will close up, which it's actually already started to do today, as it's started to get dark outside already. And in the morning when I come downstairs, it's just completely open and all the leaves are sort of hanging over and it looks really pretty. I then just at the back here got this Boston fern, getting a bit of browning on the ends and things, but it's actually probably the fern that I've kept alive the longest. I've had it for quite a few months now and it's not doing too bad. But yeah, do let me know if you've got any tips on that one. And then last but not least, just finishing off with my beautiful Enjoy here. My Epipremnum Enjoy, it's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, this is like really white, some of the leaves here, which is really cool. I'm trying to give it plenty of light so that it does really keep that variegation, it doesn't get too dark, because I just love how white the leaves go. Thank you for watching today. I really hope you enjoyed my houseplant tour. It's the first one that I've done, so I really do hope that you liked it. If you have any sort of information on any of the plants that I've asked you about today, or you want to just leave a comment or have a little bit of a chat down below, please do, and I will do my best to get back to all of you. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It really does help me out, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Bye!